Okay, welcome to the Siskiyou Golden Fair. Here it's 9 August here, 2025. We're in the Siskiyou Media Council, Voluntary Organizations Active in Disaster, and the Fire Safe Council of Siskiyou County booth. So we kind of got a whole hodgepodge going on here today. And today we have JonMichael, who's a board member, media coordinator for the Yreka Food Bank. And we're going to go ahead and let him talk about what the Yreka Food Bank does for the community of Siskiyou.
Yes, thank you, Dave. The Yreka Food Bank has been around for almost 50 years, continually operating as just a volunteer organization. We started back in somewhere around the late 60s, early 70s by a little old couple in one of the Methodist churches that isn't standing anymore. And we've survived till now. We are currently located at 1249 South Main Street, and for anyone that's been around any decent amount of time knows that was the old Bill Sew and Vac store, or even before that, the old Cunningham's Market, I've been told. We currently service several hundred people a month. We're open 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. to 12. That's for folks to come in and get food assistance. We're there at least double that time each day in prep and cleanup. We have been there since June of 2023 when we had to move out of our old facility because it was the old Gold Street School, and in 2023 they reopened it as a school. So us and 3 or 4 other organizations had to abruptly move out of the facility, and that's how we got to where we are now.
Cool. And so you said you serve a couple hundred people per month, and is it already pre-boxed, or do they get a chance to do selections or make a choice, or is it they kind of just get what you get?
So what we do is we have a standardized bag that everyone gets, because in the days when we would base it on how big the family were and let some people select, we would have brawls in the parking lot over food. So a number of years ago, the board at the time decided to do a universal bag where everyone gets the same, and there are additions to it based on time of the year. Like right now, we're very heavily in the fresh produce season. So our partners and donors from across the county bring us fruit and vegetables and whatnot. We also have a plot of the community garden ourselves here in Yreka, so we also grow produce to give out. In the winter time, not as much produce, but we get more holiday-related things. One of the biggest things right now is, in addition to the food bag, we give out a lot of snacks because we got a massive donation from breakdown of one of the Orleans fire camps. So they get that in addition to the bag, and what we put in the bag is stuff that is meant to help create or be a part of or component of at least 3 or 4 meals throughout the month. Our goal is to help support, not be the everything. So it's there to help them or offset what they otherwise couldn't get. They need to put their finances towards other things, because we know everyone has lots of bills, things are getting tighter and more expensive, so the folks that come to us that get their food from us, they have that as an offset and one less thing they have to spend money on, so they can put it towards other essential things. So we actually have 2 food programs. One's the once a month food program, which is for housed individuals, which has been the staple of the food bank for its entirety. We also have our twice a month food assistance, which is focused on the homeless community. So they can, as long as they can verify that they are homeless, which means they don't have a residence of any type or an address to give, they can come in twice a month. And their bags are a little bit different. So there's not as much stuff that you have to cook, but a lot of our people that come in, they do typically say, like, if I don't use this, they donate it back, or we tell them pay it forward and help someone else out. A couple of other things we've evolved in since we moved is we developed and opened our clothing closet program, and we have a lot of donors and supporters to that, mainly the hospice thrift store. Clothing items that get pulled off the shelf after 2 or 3 months of not selling, they come and they are the bulk of what our clothing closet is. And that's also one of our programs that's available to the folks that have signed up for the food programs. And with that, we also have the animal food bank, which we try to keep animal food on standby, but not a lot, because that's not something a lot of folks tend to donate, or if they do, they tend to donate to one of the animal rescues. But we do have that. We always take donations. We also, when hospice clears out houseware sections, they like to donate their drinking bottles, like the thermoses, to us. So we always have a handful of those on standby to hand out in need, and that goes along with our housing assistance, housewares assistance, I should say, not housing. So if folks need dishes, pots, pans, we routinely have stuff like that on standby to also hand out to our food assistance program clients.
Excellent. I mean, you sound like you've got a lot of things going on. So.
Oh yeah, we have all of our programs, plus there's a couple of other projects that we partner with other groups both here in this county and out of the county to do for collection projects. We also have our memberships in our different organizations, like, of course, Booth helps support VOAD, and we have been a member organization since the inception of the Siskiyou back when it was the Siskiyou VOAD in 2019-2020. So we've been there since the beginning. We've also been a part of the Yreka Community Garden, as I said earlier, where we grow produce. We're a member of it since January of 2024. We're also been a part of the McKinney Long-Term Recovery Group, the Millfire Recovery Group. Our director also represents us on this Nutrition Action Council for the county. She's also our person that represents us on the Homeless Coalition. And let's see, what else? She's also the chair of the local Emergency Food and Shelter Program Board, which is unfortunately currently on hold, but hopefully it'll be revived in the future. That's a federal program, and each county or region has their own local chapter that facilitates the start of that program. And we are also heavily involved with the rebuilding of the Greenhorn Grange, and hopefully when us at the Grange get our organization membership set up for next year, the Yreka Food Bank and a few other of the organizations that have supported us will become our first associate members like that. And it all hinges on our local donors. Like I said, we lost a federal grant earlier this year because of current climate. So until we started getting that a few years ago, we were 100% local donations of food and monetary. And now we are back to that. And we are getting by, but support always helps, and the more we can work with other groups and support other projects, that always seems to come back and help us in the end.
That's great. And so, like you said, you've basically got to do a lot of things, got a lot of pokers in the fire, and the website that they could go to. They have a website, right?
Yes, we do have a website.
And what's that website?
So it's kind of long,
okay,
because it's made through the Wix program, and at the time I had to use my personal email. So instead of trying to spell it out,
I can put it
in a bubble at the bottom.
I'll put it in the bubble. Okay, I'll do that.
And we do have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, LinkedIn.
So yeah, and on the website, do you have a donation button or anything like that?
We have a sort of donation button where it automatically directs you to our director or me.
Gotcha.
Because we have looked into the options of doing things like Venmo and PayPal and all, but doing the extensive amount of research, even though they have things that say benefits for nonprofits, it would end up costing us more to operate the Venmo or PayPal than we would be getting in donations. And in turn, we don't feel that that is a reasonable use of donated money to expend trying to maintain those. So we do the old-fashioned way, cash or check.
Gotcha.
We've gotten cashier's checks in the past. They can either call us up for a physical donation drop-off, or they can mail it to us at our P.O. Box, which is 655 Yreka, California, 96097.
Cool. Great. Hey, and when in this last, I know that VOAD was very active at the Shelley fire, and we've had a few call-ups on VOAD for the recent fires that have been out in the east, or excuse me, in the west. So has the Yreka Food Bank been a part of that for this last,
So we've participated in a few different disasters that have been called upon by VOAD. Usually other organizations have picked up majority of things because with our lack of funding, with the certain cuts,
Gotcha.
and trying to make sure we maintain the bags that we give out to people that come in every month, we don't have as much as organizations do, but we have provided grocery bags, boxes, and food, and even clothing. We've sent it out going back as far as the Climathon fire with another group that we used to partner with. We sent out a bunch of food-related stuff with them to hand out that they were on site. We participated in I think the biggest thing we've been involved in was the McKinney fire recovery, because we were a partner organization with the community hall out there and provided food bags for post-recovery. And we also provided other items that helped them in the post-recovery. So
basically, really, in all honesty, the Yreka Food Bank is a great partner to be when to facilitate other organizations. So that's a great. I like that. That's the way it is. Work with community, be a part of the process. Not going it alone, being able to help others and facilitate and maybe aggregate some extra help with that they need. So always reach out, see what the Yreka, if they can help. If you need some help, give them a call, see if they can help you out.
Yes.
Super. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to discuss about the Yreka Food Bank, or?
Sure. We do a lot of grassroots fundraising all the time. One of that big ways is we do community recycle program, where folks can either bring in their CRV eligible aluminum cans, plastic bottles, or glass to our facility, and we sort it and take it in, or they can go directly to Yreka Transfer, and those CRV eligible items they can give to us through Yreka Transfer. They simply, when they get their weigh ticket and take it up to the window and give it to the folks in there, they can say put it on the Yreka Food Bank, and then each month they cut us a check with what's been put on the account, and we get it.
Nice.
Another one of our more affordable fundraising efforts that we started last year that has seen great success is our bag sponsorship program, where folks can donate $20 a month or more in intervals of 20, and that literally pays for one of the bags that we give out.
Nice.
And then there's the option you can do it anonymously, or you can get your name on, you can put your name in, and then you get listed on our website, and you get listed in future materials. You get a shout out in our monthly bulletin. And we've had some private individuals do that, but that's also mostly geared towards our organizational partners for that program. So if you check out our Facebook or any of our social medias or even our website, you will see all of the businesses that have rallied around that project in the last year and a half.
Awesome.
And that has helped us offset and being able to expand other parts of the program.
Great. That's a super program right there.
And I don't know if it's okay, but we do also do some community outreach that's not food related. Like one is our Kids Harvest Festival coming up on Sunday, November 2nd at the SDA Church. We started it, this will be the third year of it. First year we had ourselves and 2 other organizations, including the SDA Church itself, participating. Last year we had 7 groups. This year we're looking already to almost double that and be able to expand more and bring out more people, because people are always saying in town there's not enough things for kids or families to do. So we answered that call and we keep growing.
Perfect.
And yeah.
And it's going and that date is, when is that going to be?
It's Sunday, November 2nd, 1 to 5, and a lot of people ask me why, but the SDA Church is a big partner of ours, has been for several years, and they allow us to use the gym at no cost. They help facilitate many things of it. They have an amazing facility, and they have the sports field, the big carpeted gym, because it's also a school. So I want to make sure that people know that, yes, it's a church, but they are not throwing the religion at everyone, because they understand, as we as a food bank are not religious organization, we help everyone. They are really good at understanding that, and that no one should feel uncomfortable coming out, because the point there is to advocate for the food bank, advocate for the community, because the SDA Church is also big in hunger insecurities, because they do a community meal, or where they were doing out community food up till recently every Tuesday. So they understand the point of being there to advocate not only for the hunger insecurity groups, but our other groups that participated. We had the library, we had North State Parent Magazine there, Montague Rotary. So
very great. That's great. So that's good. Looking at that for November, that's going to be perfect.
Yes,
so
it'll be 2 days after the Grinvik Group's Trick or Treat on Minor Street, hopefully. And we'll be out at that one too, because they're a supporter of the food bank as well.
So it sounds like the Yreka Food Bank is everywhere. So
yes, we try to be everywhere and help as much as we can.
Awesome. Well, so JonMichael, I appreciate you sitting down with me today and talking about the Yreka Food Bank, and thanks for all the hard work that you and your facility does for the community.
We're glad to do it. We're a small little group of 5 volunteers right now.
Geez, okay. Well, support the Yreka Food Bank, folks. So yeah. So, and also, if you have an opportunity, if we can get this up online here today, make sure we got one more day of the fair. Come on by. JonMichael will be in the booth tomorrow as well, so we'll be able to talk about that if you have any more questions. And so, with that, John, thank you very much.
Thank you.